What mics? 2, 3.
This is 22 West Radio, KKJZ HD3, and on the internet at 22westradio.com.
We are 22 West Radio. 22 West Radio is 22westmedia.com and 88.1 KKJZ HD3, Long Beach, Los Angeles.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and now our World Broadcasting Tag Team Champions of the World and a Cruiserweight Champion.
I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
I don't think my mic is not on.
Yeah, his mic's not on.
There
you go.
All right, now we're.
Do you want
we're
to start
set.
over?
Yeah.
Do you want to start over?
Go ahead. Do the intro again.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and now our World Broadcasting Tag Team Champions of the World and a Cruiserweight Champion.
I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And this is episode 90 of Beyond the Ropes.
Yes.
As always, you can join us on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes, where we post predictions, comments. We have to actually give some predictions today for this Sunday's pay-per-view.
Yes, we do.
Clash of Champions. We also have a Twitter account at RealBTR Radio. That is 2 R's in BTR Radio. We also have individual Twitter accounts. You can follow me at EthanNV95.
At JHW Reporter.
Rob Flores Media.
And as always, you can find videos of Beyond the Ropes on YouTube. Just search up Beyond the Ropes or find Rob Flores on YouTube, and you'll find over 80 episodes. He just posted our last episode, our season premiere, that happened a few weeks ago today. So we're back on track. Here we go.
We're back on track. A slow start, but that's expected coming off of a holiday weekend.
We just had a holiday last week, and yeah, we're back. We're getting back, slowly getting back to it. We're 10 episodes away from the 100th, so hopefully we're gonna hit it by the end of this year. Should be fun. Anyways, a lot of news happened over the last week that we were off. The AEW Championship was stolen, allegedly.
It was won. It was celebrated. It was stolen, and then it was
Found.
/return/
and we got
bubbly.
we got a new meme out of it.
We got a meme.
Jericho got a new T-shirt out of it. Yeah, we're not gonna go into too much detail because it kind of just was an overnight thing.
Yeah.
But essentially, Chris Jericho did end up winning the AEW Championship. I think I predicted that one.
I know I did not. Wait, who did? Was that with Paige?
Hangman Page. I think you guys both said Page, right?
Yeah, I went with Paige. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta go with the veteran and the well-known marquee name for the first champion. I think that makes sense.
Yes and no. I mean,
I know you want to build up the star.
Yeah, you wanna
but
build
you
up
do the
someone
chase.
new.
You do the chase.
yeah.
Goes after it next. However, it doesn't look like he'll be getting the next opportunity, as it has already been announced at Full Gear, I believe, is their next pay-per-view in October, or November, excuse me. I think it's like November 2nd or early November. It'll be Cody Rhodes taking on Chris Jericho for the AEW Championship
that's
in the
right.
main event. So that should be interesting. On that show as well, Jon Moxley will return from a serious elbow injury to take on Kenny Omega. That's already been confirmed as
that's
well.
True.
So some AEW news. Obviously, we had the All Out pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of heard some of the results. I didn't get to watch it. I saw part of the Battle Royal they had at the beginning, the Women's Battle Royal.
Oh, I caught part of that too on the pre-show.
Yeah,
thing.
they had
on Twitter.
They had it on YouTube.
It was
as
on
well.
Twitter too. That's where I saw.
Yeah, I think
some
like
of it.
Bleacher Report had it, and
Yeah.
I think a few other places had it. That Battle Royal I was not a fan of.
I mean,
Kinda
I thought it was
sloppy.
pretty good. I don't even think I know who won, but there was part of it where it was looking pretty
I think
good.
it was Nyla Rose.
You know what? I don't know who was the. Did you see who the final entrant was?
Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah,
she was in the Mae Young Classic.
Okay, I thought that was Cyborg from UFC.
No, yeah.
Because everyone got all excited for her, and I'm like, who's that? Like, I'm not knocking her, I just
Right.
don't know who she is, but,
Yeah.
like, I was like, oh, so I know because Cyborg left UFC,
She
so
recently signed with Bellator. Actually.
recently, yeah, just signed with Bellator, but I think right before that was announced, like, I had seen that pre-show for All In, or for
All Out.
All Out, And yeah, so I thought that was her. So I was mistaken on that.
Yeah, it was Mercedes Martinez. Some other names in that match were ODB,
That's right. Yeah.
Jazz, Awesome Kong.
Yeah, I saw Jazz in there, still looking good. I think I
Shaved
heard
head and all.
Shaved Head. Was that her first appearance with it? Because it kind of threw me off, but I mean, I still knew that was Jazz. Right off
I
the
don't
bat.
know. I've not followed her in quite some time,
Yeah,
so
it's
I'm not
been a
really
while.
sure.
Good to see she's still wrestling though. I haven't heard from her in a
Absolutely.
while.
She's been wrestling, I think. But
Yeah,
not
yeah.
quite often. Obviously, this is a much bigger stage.
She's still with
She
Monty
has been.
Brown.
I have no clue.
I think she might be.
I thought
Oh.
it was Rodney Mack.
Rodney, am I getting them mixed up? Who did I say?
I had no idea she was with any
Oh,
of them.
Rodney
Yeah.
Mack
It was Rodney
from
Mack.
TNA.
No, that was that
Teddy
was Monty Brown.
Long's wrestler that he managed. The first one that he managed.
Oh, we're
Who
getting-
did I say?
You said Monty Brown. He was
Yeah.
in TNA. And then
Yeah, yeah.
then he came to WWE.
Monty-
Yeah.
As who?
Marcus Corban.
Yeah, that's a totally separate one.
And who?
Rodney Mack.
You said Roddy Mack.
Yeah, Rodney Mack.
We'll look it up during the break. That's gonna bother me.
I have no idea that.
He was in one WWE game.
Okay.
I mean, hey, that's better than most.
Yeah.
Some people don't make it in.
Right.
Well, anyways, once I figure out the fact, it'll be a fun fact.
Yeah,
but
they-
until
sure.
then,
They had a wrestling school called the Dog Pound.
Really?
yeah, they were together. I didn't even know. But anyways, that was like years ago.
All right.
Who knows? They might not even be together. I hope they are. But anyways, next subject.
Yeah. We'll continue a little bit with All Out. Pac, formerly known as Neville, defeated Kenny Omega with, I believe, like a knockout, like submission. I think he like made him pass out.
I mean,
like a
hey,
dominating victory that left people surprised.
That's why I don't know if he's really signed with them. He probably just like,
Who?
I'll be there one time, but only if I win.
Well,
I'm
I
sure
mean-
Pac is signed.
But isn't that the reason why they didn't have the match? He didn't have the match with who? Was that with Paige? With Adam Page? Where
He
they
didn't
didn't
have
work
that
it out?
match because he didn't want to lose.
Exactly.
Because he had
And what did I say last week or the week before? Whenever was that if Pac was gonna come back, he's obviously gonna win.
Yeah.
It was obvious.
And it looks
That
like
was
they're doing
predictable.
something with Kenny Omega where he's probably gonna lose.
Get on a little losing streak or something.
Yeah, he's probably gonna lose against Moxley.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense, and they might do something with that.
I'm curious to see where they go with that. I mean,
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we've got a few weeks till AEW on TNT, so we'll find out more. Anyway, some WWE news. There was a NXT UK takeover that we didn't even. I don't think we predicted anything, but it happened that same day, earlier in the day.
They had new tag champs.
That's right. We got Flash Morgan Webster
Mm-hmm.
and Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews was in TNA for a little bit, if you followed Impact a few years ago. But
Impact or
it was Impact at that time.
oh, I thought you said NXT. Okay, Impact. No, you're
No,
right.
it was
You're right.
Impact.
You're right. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, NXT UK was in Cardiff, which is where they're from. They're from Cardiff, Wales,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually won the titles there. Stellar match. What's her name? I completely forgot the women's match results. Well, the person that won. I'm completely
What's her-
blanking. Toni Storm lost the title.
Yeah.
And
I forgot to who though.
Blanking on whom I have not kept up with NXT UK. That was the first time
It's hard for me to.
I'm trying to catch up. I'm
There's so much. Just in WWE, there's so much content. It's
Absolutely.
crazy.
And we've got NXT going 2 hours. Is it next week already?
On September,
That's next week already. That's next Wednesday.
They just signed a deal or announced
A new agreement
a new agreement with, Full Sail.
University,
Yeah.
which will allow them to tape or,
Mhm.
I guess air episodes at Full Sail weekly.
What happened, Rob?
Oh, I just read about Access TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there's some
and
big news
and
earlier.
TN or Impact.
Speaking of some big news,
What a coincidence!
Anthem
What a coincidence!
is now a majority owner of Access TV.
How does that affect New Japan stuff playing here?
So, this is what we know so far. Anthem owns Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling currently is not in the best TV situation. They
Right,
haven't been for
right.
the last couple of years.
But they're on Twitch and other stuff. People can find a way to watch
and
them.
now they're gonna, presumably air on Access TV if, their owners
Mhm.
want them to move them there. Now, I did ask this question on Twitter as well. What does that mean for New Japan Pro Wrestling, and also, WOW Women of Wrestling, which is another
Yeah.
an all-women show that airs on Access TV. We don't know.
In,
It's kind of up in the air right now. I don't know
Okay.
what that means.
I would say so. New Japan
New Japan Pro Wrestling
is on there. Okay,
is
but
on Access TV for American audiences.
but they don't interact with, or they interact with Ring of Honor. Is that what it was?
They have a partnership, yeah,
With-
Ring of
with
Honor.
not
So occasionally
Impact.
they'll do shows. No, not since
Oh,
like
okay.
2006 or something. It's been
That's
a
a
very long
huge
time.
move. Huge move.
It's good for Impact Wrestling. That means they might be getting a stable network to
Right.
be on for many years to come, as long as they're able to get an audience, I guess,
And
stay afloat.
that tweet I found, I never thought I'd see a day where Impact would have a tweet announcing a partnership that included Steve Harvey and
Steve Harvey
who's the other
and I know Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban.
Is
Yeah,
it Mark
I was
Cuban?
like,
Okay.
Wait, what's Steve Harvey gonna do? Commentate or what?
No,
he is
it was just,
an,
they're-
partial owner, I think. They
Yeah.
all went in together. Anthem, Steve
so
Harvey,
Anthem, Steve Harvey, and Mark Cuban
went in together and
bought.
bought Access
Yeah.
Television
I
as
think
well
the
as
cool
another.
thing about Steve Harvey is when I think I saw an interview where he says that the way that he's in like different networks,
Mm-hmm.
because the type of contracts that he signs, there's no exclusivity to the type
Right,
of
right.
network.
Well, I think he just finished his talk show. So
Oh, okay, really?
I believe so.
Well, he's still doing Family Feud, right? I think that's
Yeah, I think
like
so.
a long-term thing. I know he's kind of brought that back too.
Yeah,
Probably.
Pro Wrestling has made an appearance on Family Feud. I think WWE has been on
Impact
there,
as well.
and
I'm
Impact
sure.
has been on
They've
there
had
too.
their own.
So he's pretty familiar with the wrestling scene, at least a little bit. So
a little bit, yeah. He's kind of, I guess, had some.
Still interesting though. I don't know.
Someone,
I just found
uh,
it interesting.
On the Twitter comments said that Steve Harvey was going to be the next Impact World Champion. So
Hey, why not?
that'll get some views.
That'll put butts in the seats.
Yeah, right. Speaking of putting butts in seats, a little bit of teaser here. Madison Square Garden, right now, happening right now.
Stone Cold
Monday
Steve
Night Raw.
Austin right now.
Right now. Well, a little earlier, but it
A
was
little
It
earlier.
happened.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
happened during.
But do you think he just shows up once in the middle of the first hour of the show, and you don't think he comes out again?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
We're
think
gonna
he
have
has
to find
to.
out.
It is
So,
Madison Square Garden after all.
We got to take a quick commercial break.
Yes, we do, because we need to find out who Jazz is married to, if she's still married.
That's right. And then when we come back, we're going to discuss a little bit of WWE as well as some NXT news that's kind of been buzzing over the last week.
Buzzing.
All right, we'll be right back with Beyond the Ropes.
Alright, I'm gonna find out. Because I know everyone's just dying to know.
Need to grab breakfast or lunch on the
find
run?
out.
Visit Carl's
surprised
Jr.
there's
in the
no
USU,
paperwork here.
little place with the big
So,
tape.
what?
The clipboard that I'm
Oh.
supposed to like write when I played what.
Are you not in the shot?
You might want to
I
take a
know.
long walk on the Great Wall of China in 2000.
You need to, like, move your
You could turn the sidebar thingy.
The study about
The
office has got
little-
your back.
This?
Yeah.
Learn more about global opportunities
How do
to
you-
study.
oh.
Intern, volunteer, work
Does that do
abroad,
anything?
and
I don't
a lot
know.
more. The education abroad options include academic year programs,
Oh.
summer and winter sessions, and semester programs. The study abroad office
So who did I
hosts
say?
frequent general workshops.
You said Monty Brown.
csclb.edu/international to learn more.
Find anything?
Enjoy the best classic hits with the Even Richard Stevens. Songs from the 60s, 70s, and 80s that made it on the charts are and there are thousands of songs to choose from. Sometimes fast, and sometimes these songs are pretty and slow that touch your heart and soul. Classic hits at the beach. Now 2
No, it's
hours
just a
on
big
Mondays
idea.
from 3 to 5 p.m.
Wait, what?
Here we go. After this thing. 18 seconds.
We are 22
Right.
West Radio.
Yeah.
22
I'm
West
not gonna
Radio.
tell you now.
You're waiting for
westmedia.com and
not gonna tell you
88.1
now.
FM.
Well,
There's people on the other end of this
KKJZ
microphone
HD3.
dying to
Long
know.
Beach,
I'm
Los
sure there
Angeles.
are. And we're back with Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And this is episode 90. You can always give us a like on Facebook. Facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes, where we post predictions, videos, and everything
This
in
chair has
between.
buttons.
And Rob found buttons on
Rob
his chair.
found. Rob. This is like a regular segment on the show now where Rob gets distracted by something and interrupts the process.
To be fair, you know, we're on radio right now, we're live on the air. You can't see him actually playing with the buttons, but if you go to the Facebook page and
Yeah.
watch the video,
You'll find it.
You'll-
You'll find part of it at
you'll-
least. I
you'll-
don't know
you'll-
if Rob's all the way in there.
you'll see But see, that's why you go that's why you go on Facebook and watch the video,
Or you go on YouTube,
or you go on YouTube.
youtube.com/Rob Flores, or just search up Beyond the Rope and you'll find 89 episodes currently uploaded on YouTube. Or roughly 80. I don't know if all of them are in there. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they should be? Okay.
89.
Everyone could search it up if they want.
Okay.
As well as Twitter. Find us on Twitter at RealBTR Radio.
It's not the other faction hat. Okay.
What?
This time it's not it's not.
Is that Undisputed Era?
Yes, it's not Undisputed
Well, I changed it
Era.
up because I'm wearing
Yeah.
a Villain
This is
Enterprises
right.
shirt, so I gotta change it to both.
Because
of them.
he's very high on Undisputed Era.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Undisputed Era in a bit. Don't worry. Also, at EthanNB95 is where you can find me. You can find James at.
GHW reporter.
Rob Flores Media.
And that's where you can find Rob. All right, let's find out who Jazz
All
is
right.
or may not be married to.
Awesome, awesome. For those of you who were on the other end of this microphone dying to know, I didn't want to leave you guys hanging any longer. So I did look up on the good old Wikipedia because we all know,
It's a very trustworthy site.
yes, especially for wrestling, right? No, anyways, so Jazz is married to Rodney Mack. They've been married
Yeah,
since
okay.
2008, and they have...
Do they have kids?
You're spoiling. No, yeah, they do. I think...
That's where you're going with their.
No, I am.
Okay.
They're, I forgot, I can't find it anymore, but I think they have twin girls,
Really?
and they're living their best life.
Oh, good for
Do
them.
they still got the wrestling school though, or?
Oh, I didn't get that far.
Oh.
We'll
Find
say
out
that
on the
that's
next
next break.
episode.
That's the next
Yeah.
episode or break,
Well,
whatever. Anyways.
I think we've had enough
And
Jazz for
he
them.
was He was on Here Comes the Pain, but I don't know about Jazz. If she was. Yes, they were both on it. On Here Comes the
I'm
Pain.
sure she was in a video game of some sort.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. NXT.
Yep.
Next week.
Yep.
2 hours. We've got some scheduling things. The first hour is going to be live on the USA Network. And the second hour is going to be on the WWE Network for the first 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah, I was like, how does that work?
Because of Suits, which is a show on the USA Network.
Uh-huh.
It is ending, and that is the current time slot for it.
Mhm.
So for the first 2 weeks, NXT on USA will only be 1 hour. The second hour will be 5 on the network. And once October 2nd hits, which is the third week for
Right.
NXT, that's also when AEW
And that-
premieres. And that'll be the first 2 hour
Right.
USA broadcast for NXT. So
And that's all part of
Big-
them jumping ahead before AEW.
absolutely, you get
Yeah, right.
you get a big jump in viewership there, as well
Right.
as some matches that were announced
Yes.
already.
The first match, I believe, is already announced the moment they go on air, right?
Yeah, I mean, they've got a couple, I think, already lined up. One of them being for the North American Championship.
Oh, the Dream.
Velveteen Dream will be defending against
Who?
Undisputed Era's
Oh,
own
Lord.
Roderick Strong. And I think that Undisputed Prophecy is going to be fulfilled. And we
Where
might-
they have the tag titles in the world title.
they won
already.
the tag titles 2 weeks ago against Street Profits.
That's right.
And Adam Cole's been world champion, XT champion for a while.
They're gonna screw Dream out of the title.
No, he's had it plenty.
No, I mean, yeah, he has, but I mean, come on.
It could be a clean victory, I think. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll see.
Well, with this TV deal, does this mean NXT people can't go to like little independents?
That's a good question. I don't think so. I think as long as they have a partnership with WWE, it shouldn't matter.
I mean, I already seen where Ciampa and Gargano and Candice LeRae, or I think, are at least making an appearance at 2 Evolve events.
Evolve has a working relationship.
Is that where
with
they've
WWE. In fact,
Right.
the 10th anniversary of Evolve
Then Apollo do
was on the WWE network. So
something. Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
so they have a working relationship with Progress in the UK, ICW in the UK, a couple of different companies. So they're good with WWE. So yeah, they occasionally will allow
Mhm.
superstars making appearances there. Another match that was just announced earlier today, Matt Riddle versus Killian Dane
Yeah, that's the one I
in
was
a
talking about.
street fight.
Wow.
That'll be on the very first episode of NXT TV
Is
on
there any
USA Network
Is
as
there
well.
any storyline?
There's been a storyline. Killian Dane returned to NXT. Obviously, he was a member of Sanity, which unfortunately failed on the main roster, and everyone kind of went their separate ways. With Alexander Wolf going to NXT UK,
Mm-hmm.
joining Imperium, which is a faction there. Eric Young's kind of in the limbo right now.
Yeah.
And Nikki Cross is the current tag team champions.
Yeah, for
so.
the women's division.
But Killian Dane went back to NXT and he's been attacking Matt Riddle, and he's been laying him out. So they've been feuding, and I think he actually won their last match. They had one match and he defeated Matt Riddle pretty decisively with like 5 Vader bombs.
Speaking of Mr. Riddle,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's I think the new Enzo Amore. Did we talk about this? I think we did.
What?
We might have briefly talked about it with Goldberg, I think.
Well,
with the Goldberg
well,
situation.
supposedly him and Goldberg
Oh, they
agreed
don't-
to disagree and made up after SummerSlam or something.
I don't think they necessarily made up, but they agreed to disagree. That was
yeah,
what I
that's
heard,
what
yes.
that's what I saw too.
But
But
something else happened, yeah.
yeah, he couldn't get a ride from wherever they were at. None of the other wrestlers wanted to give him a ride anywhere. He was stranded, and
Stranded,
and Ciampa went on to
He's-
add fuel to the fire of.
He said something. He said something I can't say on the
He
air.
said a bad word.
He said it. He did say a bad word in that statement, but essentially, it looks like Matt Riddle was not well liked by everyone. I don't know if it's like everyone, but
It
it's.
sounds like to everybody.
I know Tyler Breeze made a comment on Instagram like a few minutes ago. Let me actually look it up. I want to say NXT posted it. Like, I want to get it right, but it's an interesting comment he made. Here we go.
And yeah, 'cause
So they made it was NXT 9
Uh-huh.
hours ago on Instagram where they announced Matt Riddle versus Killing Dane match,
mhm.
and Tyler Breeze commented, "Hopefully Riddle can get a ride there," with a winky face. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with Riddle, but he's got a mouth that he's not afraid to
right,
use,
right.
and I guess that might be starting to rub people the wrong way. He's very good in the ring, but you know
He might
we'll
be.
see.
I think he might. He's kind of. It reminds me of what a lot of I hear Bruce Pritchard say about someone like Mark Henry when they're coming from some sort of success in another athletic type deal.
Right, he was
an
an Olympian, right?
Yeah, he was a weightlifter
Weightlifter.
and top of the sport more or less, and then you go into this new world, and you still think you're hot stuff, and
I mean, that's kind of like what Kurt Angle too.
Kurt
I
Angle
mean,
too,
he
a little
was-
bit, right?
Yeah, he kind of looked at pro wrestling as a joke at, very early
right.
on.
But I think he still had a little bit more respect for it going in
Oh, for sure.
compared to
Yes,
someone like
yeah.
Mark Henry who thought his poo didn't stink,
Mm-hmm. So,
and he had to be taught the hard way, and I think actually it involved Boo and X-Pac, and anyways,
absolutely. So yeah, Attitude Era days, fun days. um,
my childhood.
indeed.
Indeed.
Yeah. Speaking of Attitude Era, there's Funaki.
There you go.
Let's talk about Monday Night Raw, the King of the Ring tournament. Did we make some predictions, like who's gonna make it?
I think we did.
We made a few. I
Do you
don't
want
remember
to?
any.
Do you want to pull up the bracket? I could based off of.
I can remember it. So last week it was Andrade versus Chad Gable, and they've been doing the story where kind of everyone is making fun of Gable for his size because he's
Mhm.
shorter. And it's worked really well because he's getting a babyface reaction from
Is
the
he?
crowd, and he defeated Andrade.
Okay. I think I would have had Andrade in that one.
I think we all might have said Andrade.
Did we?
If we predicted it, I think we might have, yeah. Another match that happened last week, Samoa Joe versus Ricochet, ended in a double pin, which resulted in Baron Corbin. He ended up defeating Cedric Alexander
Mhm.
after an attack from the OC. And it resulted in Baron Corbin versus Ricochet and Samoa Joe. I'm
Mhm.
forgetting.
So
And
now they have a triple
They
threat
have a triple
tonight.
threat tonight.
Yeah.
Might have already happened. Might be happening now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out in a bit. We'll see if that's happening. And then also on the SmackDown side, I believe we had Ali versus Elias, and Elias got the victory. So
And Elias got the victory.
interesting. Some unpredictability in the King of the Ring.
Wait, what
tournament.
happened to Buddy Murphy?
He lost
Damn
to Ali.
I think that's what. yeah, I know I had Buddy Murphy. I think
they
I
shook
said.
hands. Yeah.
No, how nice. I think I had Buddy Murphy winning the whole thing. Oh, I'm
I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you did.
Sade.
I think I've been saying Baron Corbin.
Yeah, that's kind of where the.
Kind of the obvious one. I would not be surprised if they went Chad Gable on it though, because it seems like they're going all in on him.
Yeah.
with this whole underdog storyline. I mean, he could make it to the final and lose, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen next. Unpredictability is always nice. So, get to see different people in the spotlight.
Ethan, can you tell me more about this Rey Mysterio storyline? What are they doing with that, man?
He is making his return tonight to face Grand Metalik.
Right, their Metalik just came down to the ring.
Okay, they just started.
So
it?
it's
That
just
should be a
getting
fun match.
getting started, but he's returning from what?
He was
exactly?
announcing his retirement.
And then he got cut off by
Dominic,
Son, right?
and to convince him not to retire, and then he was off for like a week or two. Or, yeah, I think he was getting like some medical evaluation.
Right, and then he did a promo and said he wasn't leaving, he's gonna stay.
He's gonna stay, and this week, right now,
Yeah.
he's gonna be facing Grand Metalik, which should be a fun match because they're both luchadors and
Yeah.
they both are great in the ring.
Yeah, should
So,
be a good match.
I wonder what they're gonna do with Rey Mysterio. Is he gonna lose? Like,
That's what I'm
every match
saying.
now?
Where I don't know where they're
That would
going
be good for
from
Grand
here.
Metalik if he gets a victory.
I can see it some sort of handshake deal at the end. Maybe they turn
Possibly.
into a tag team or something. Maybe, possibly. I mean, I just don't see why you're doing something like that unless there's
It's just showcase.
I guess.
Get something new.
someone's
something
probably gonna
fresh.
interfere.
I don't think so. Not this one. Nah,
See?
I don't know. Well, I just want a good match. Give them 10, 15 minutes.
You want a good match, but does WWE ever give you what you
They
want?
already had a false DQ I think earlier in the night, so I don't think they'll do it.
So they hit the quota for the day.
Yeah,
or?
just one. That's enough.
Just a one,
That's enough
huh?
for the night.
Okay.
Bailey had a
Oh,
change
yes.
of attitude
yeah,
last
just,
week.
just a little bit.
A little bit. She's not. She's saying she's still the same Bailey as always. So
I'm
it's
still
not
waiting for that parking lot match with all those things.
Oh Lord, I do remember you
the Bailey
bringing this up.
buddies.
So were you shocked when you heard it? Were you?
When I saw it live. Luckily, we were on vacation, or we were off.
Vacation.
Yeah, it wasn't really a vacation, and we were off Labor Day. So
Okay, so what was your initial reaction when you saw it take place?
I was happy, a
Uh-huh.
little stunned, but I was happy because it's something new for Bailey. Something fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But she says she's not a full heel, or she said that she's still the same Bailey.
Same Bailey.
She's a role model to the kids. She's just helping her best friend Sasha.
Yeah. See, whenever they did this, I just want to. Where's Izzy? Isn't that her name, Izzy?
Oh, she loved it. She's a heel on the independent
she-
scene. She's
Wait.
like a lot.
Wait. What do you mean on the Independence? Is she? She's not
No,
wrestling, right?
she's been like a manager. I think she's had like one match.
The little girl.
Yeah. But
Huh.
it got a lot of backlash because obviously she's a child, so that's why she kind
You
of.
got, like, laws and stuff.
Yeah, she kind of became a manager.
Okay,
she's
but wait.
managed a few. I know she's doing like jujitsu or something.
Yeah.
I follow her
Right.
on
Right.
Twitter,
No.
so-
Right. I think I remember something about that
Yeah,
too.
so she's doing that.
Because she hasn't really been on WWE, like she in the
She's
crowd or whatever. Like she
been
used
at-
to be every freaking show.
She's
Right.
been a Full Sail.
Forever.
She's there all the time. I
Still
think.
now though.
I think so. She's just not on camera all the time.
Well, because I
think
know
she
they
went-
played it up with Bailey and stuff more
Yeah,
so.
because that was her like number one fan.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Bailey
yeah.
was there, but
But now I just want to know, like,
oh, on Twitter she says she was long overdue. She was very happy. She's like, "Welcome to the dark side." I think so she's full on Bailey.
okay,
She's very much yeah. I think because she
That
apparently she cuts very good promos.
I think I've heard about that before.
Yeah, I'm like.
I think
good
that
for her.
jiu-jitsu kind of
She's also
changed her
apparently
attitude.
pretty good at that too.
changed her attitude a little bit because I was like, this girl's gonna cry her eyes out whenever Bailey does turn heel.
Yeah.
So like the first few times I saw her, I said Bailey can't turn heel just for this one fan alone. Like,
Nah, it's good. I think it's not technically a full. I don't know. Can you consider it a full turn? She's like a tweener at this point.
I mean, she hit Becky with the chair several times.
Yeah, but she got a yes chance in the process,
Well, yeah, but
and people are still cheering. I mean, she got a mixed reaction, but.
So how long-
The kids are still loving her. On SmackDown, they were still.
but that's kind of surprising.
Yeah, so. Like,
Well, kids don't know.
well, I think if someone went bad, they would stop.
Yeah, but isn't that what Bailey did? I don't know.
The way she explained it, she's still the same Bailey, so.
It's gonna be almost kind of weird though if, like, so who are they cheering? Are they cheering for Becky? Like, is Becky's kind of
This is interesting.
is she
so,
kind of falling off a little bit?
a little bit. At
She's
least
kind
for
of
me.
losing some of the steam.
A little bit. Well, I don't know. We'll hear the crowd reaction from Madison Square Garden. We'll see. We'll find out
Yeah.
for sure. The New York
That's
crowd.
true. That's true.
There is a major tag team match happening, I think, in the main event.
Which one is that?
Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair
Yeah.
versus Bailey and Sasha Banks. This is the first time the four horsewomen are in
Oh wow.
a match together on the main roster without anyone else. It's just the four of them.
On Raw.
It's Madison Square Garden. Main
That's,
event.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
They are totally teasing a four horsewomen fatal four way at WrestleMania.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're doing this now, like you're
they're totally building because you've got
wait, when's WrestleMania? WrestleMania's in.
they got like 7 months, 8 months still, 7 months. But I mean, they're doing a slow burn with this. I think.
I guess they need to do something because the women's division hasn't been.
I mean, the women's division is the four of them. That's pretty much what it is.
For
now.
as quick as it went. I mean, once the WrestleMania came and went, like
That's it.
that,
I mean,
the division went down like on that. That's
kind of
that's
have a
slow.
tag division right now, but that's really just Alexa Bliss, Nikki, and then Fire and Desire.
And who the heck is that?
Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose,
Oh.
which
Yeah. And
they
then the
defeated the
Iconics, no?
champions, and they're gonna face them at Clash of Champions.
I thought I heard the Iconics were in that. Weren't they like doing a 6-woman?
No, Peyton Royce is enjoying her honeymoon still with
That's right.
what's his name?
Not Ricochet.
The Average Five.
Who?
Um,
Oh,
Shawn Spears.
Ty Dillinger.
He's an average 5 because he lost to Cody.
An
so.
average 5.
No, boy, that was something. Spicy.
And wait, and
That's right. Arn Anderson was.
yeah,
showed-
right. He showed up and
He gave spine buster.
a pretty good spine buster still.
Yeah, they look decent. Yeah,
What do you mean
they
decent?
look decent.
Arn Anderson.
I mean, he's older, so
Arn
I'm
Anderson,
not expecting him to hit a perfect.
Arn
spine
Anderson pretty much like invented the spine buster.
Buster. I mean, he made it popular. Yeah.
Made it popular.
I don't
Same
know if he
thing.
invented it.
I mean, I
is
don't
that
need- no.
confirmation? I don't think
No,
he did.
not.
He made it popular. I'll say that.
Yeah. He is the best spine buster in the business.
He did.
Does. I mean, who else uses the spine buster? Or The Rock?
I mean, Triple H does it. I mean, it's the same spine buster, but
No, it's not.
he does a double A spine buster.
He makes GR.
See,
say it.
but that's exactly it though. Double A spine
Yeah.
buster.
Triple H might be better the way he hits it.
Not if it's called the double A
Who
spine
did the
buster.
spine buster?
Double A.
Tommaso Ciampa. I want to say I felt like he did a spine buster. No. Velveteen Dream. I want to say he does it too. He does a
Maybe.
pretty good one. Anyways, that's the Rock. The Rock's spine buster is actually my favorite.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
But okay. So and then
Getting back
so
to
with,
the
with
tag
Tully. Wait. So
Oh,
Tully.
we're going back to All Out, I guess. Yeah.
Just,
Tully
for,
was
just for a
there.
second. So
Yeah.
Tully is in.
AEW.
No. But is he in
He's
Dillinger's?
He's in Sean Spears.
Sean Spears corner. What is
Yeah,
the
he's
relationship?
manager,
That's his
manager,
man.
yes.
Okay. So how did that come about? Or?
They just put them together.
No, okay.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
really-
follow the
No,
entire product,
that's
so-
fine. No, that's fine. I'm just trying to think like
When they start going weekly, I'll follow. But
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
they've been doing on YouTube or whatever.
there's not a whole lot of like it's kind of hard to follow some of it right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like so much is happening. I can't follow who's with who.
I just would be
I know the
curious.
basics.
I'd just be curious to see
Bully
how.
Ray kind of tuned in on that, claiming that they just went off the whole they were in developmental together.
Who?
Sean Spears and Cody.
Yeah, I think that was part of the storyline too.
Oh.
So-
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I just don't know where Tully fits in all this.
He kind of just became a manager, and
Yeah.
Just makes them more prestigious.
But his daughter, no, his daughter's not there. She's the
No, she's
Impact
in
champion.
Impact.
Yeah.
well, she's not the champion, but she's.
No.
I think she's a AAA.
I mean, bringing
Champion.
Tully is just
Oh.
like saying, "Oh, we beat your dad, Cody. We beat him up back in the day."
Well, that's why.
Yeah, that's
That's
kinda why they
kind of
did
what
it,
I was
yeah.
like thinking. And then so you get Arn in there, and I'm sure Arn's gonna be doing some stuff backstage. Arn is also doing
a
a
producer.
pod. He's gonna be doing a podcast with
Everyone's
Conrad.
doing a podcast with Conrad these days.
That's true. But I mean,
he's what is it?
don't talk
He's
bad.
trying-
Don't talk bad about Conrad.
He's trying to trademark everything these days. Like,
So is
so is Ric Flair apparently.
Oh, did he got the
Ric Flair.
Adidas shoe deal? My brother sent me that on Instagram.
Did he?
He has his own endorsement deal with.
And well,
With Adidas.
not only that, but
Oh.
he's trying to sue WWE for the man.
That's right. With Becky Lynch, not directly, but Becky Lynch is
Becky
using
Lynch
the
is
"I'm
using
the
the
man,"
man.
and that was something Ric Flair used to say back in the day.
And all of a sudden he wants it because guess what? He's broke.
Well,
Wow.
you get a few divorces, it happens.
Yeah, you gotta spend your money wisely, people. Come on.
I bet you could still get a limousine if you wanted to.
Oh, I'm sure he can.
Yeah.
But apparently he's owes money.
But that's what I'm
so-
saying. How broke can you really be if
Why
if you can still like?
I mean, a limousine. I'm sure he has some money. I just don't know how much.
Probably still more than us put together.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has money, but he doesn't have money.
He doesn't have Ric Flair. He
He
has
doesn't
like
have Ric Flair,
he
Nature
has,
Boy,
like-
80s,
right,
90s
right,
money.
right. I mean, but
He's-
neither do I. So
Who does?
yeah.
These all
Triple H and Vince McMahon. is
they do.
definitely-
Yeah, but you know they're up there.
They're in a
up
class
there.
of their own. Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently Charlotte isn't too happy about that.
Well, yeah, that's her best friend. Like, me and her best friend's kind of in the middle of.
Yeah,
That whole
like
thing.
she's not happy with her father.
They'll be together again.
Yeah, I don't know. Ric Flair needs to just stay off. I don't know. He's trying to argue.
I mean, I'm just like kind of
All of
like
a sudden.
when I heard about it, I was like, that's kind of random. I mean,
If only he wasn't under contract, he went to AEW, get involved in this Horseman thing.
maybe. I mean, the thing is, like, Ric Flair's like got close to near death,
Yeah.
more or less, like twice in the last couple years. It's kind of
Yeah,
like,
just the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, throughout his career, he's.
well, that
skipped
yeah,
that,
well, that's true,
But yeah.
but like of actual like illness,
of
and
actual
stuff.
illness.
yeah,
so-
yeah,
yeah.
And he's still going, so I'll give him credit. But it's like, come on now, you don't gotta be going into courts like you spending your days like that.
I don't know.
Rich people
He got a
problems.
new wife, so well, relatively, a couple of years.
Couple years.
So, relatively.
He's probably like, never mind. I was gonna say, probably due for another one.
Oh my god. All right, that's enough Ric Flair talk. Anyway, should we hit a commercial break?
Yeah.
How much time do we got? Yeah, let's hit it right now. All right, we're gonna.
I'm supposed to look up something during this commercial break.
You're gonna
Oh,
look
whether
up
Jazz has a
Wrestling school.
wrestling school. What's the name of the wrestling school?
The
Just
Dog Pound.
All right, we'll see if the dog pound is still barking.
And I don't know what else we're gonna talk about for the next 15 minutes, but figure it out.
Well,
It's a laid back episode of Beyond the Ropes.
If there is still a dog pound, we'll find out who has come through the dog pound and been successful.
Probably no one. I haven't heard.
I haven't heard of the dog
So-
pound until today, but
Exactly. So, anyways, we'll be right back right here on Beyond the Ropes. Oh my god. What's happening?
the people want to know.
I don't know if anyone.
We could talk about Austin Stunner.
Okay.
He stunned AJ.
Yeah.
I don't know how that all came about, but I know he
I
stunned
think he
AJ.
interrupted the contract
That's
signing.
560.
Yeah,
958
probably.
45
Which again is why I said, do we know if Austin's done for the night? Like, did they finish the actual contract? Because the whole point of Austin even being there
I think he
is to make sure the contract
I know
gets
Bray
signed.
Wyatt.
No
Bray
student
Wyatt
parent is
teased
denied
that
a higher education
He had something
due
too.
to lack of affordable childcare.
But what I'm saying though
the Isabel
is,
Patterson Child Development Center
oh, well,
offers
because the main
services
event's supposed to be
for
the
children
Horsewoman,
from
right?
I
6
think so.
months to
I just
second
think
grade.
you
More
run
information
Austin,
on the
you're gonna
Isabel
run Austin
Patterson
out
Child
there again.
Development Center can be found
could.
at
And-
Do something in the last 10 minutes.
ASICSULB.org.
I think they're gonna run
Child
Austin back
Development
out there
Center.
again, and
He took a center from Becky Lynch. You see that?
on the thing.
On the show,
That's what I was
yeah.
on.
This
Hey,
is
it's
what
my
you
it's my
think
commercial.
French music is. Just the chord.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's see. The dog.
My name is Ricardo Alejandro Perdido, aka Francois, and I'm your host along with my lovely co-host Selene Castañeda, aka Kaz, and we are Francois sur la radio, bringing you SoCal, CSULB,
Well, who's
and
your guest?
22 West Radio, all
Patrick, the
French or
comedian.
French themed music, the
Patrick, the
good,
comedian.
the bad,
I just-
the old,
I just randomly
and the
Googled
new,
people.
as well as info from CSULB's French Club,
Awesome.
and anything
That's
related
hilarious.
to the
That's
French
fantastic.
culture.
Still don't see him, but
Join us
he
for
said he'll be
un
here.
temps inoubliable,
Yeah.
an unforgettable time.
Today, this was last minute. This
Oh,
last
wow.
minute booking.
A plus, mes chers
Yeah, I
amis.
probably gotta head out
Bonsoir
after this.
et au revoir.
Yeah.
Yours truly, Francois.
Yeah, one more?
Yeah, one more.
What happened to Bless the Lord? And why can't I listen to Beach Center?
Well, we switched hours. You can now listen to Bless the Lord at 2 p.m.
You don't have a
Listen to
commercial,
Beach
huh?
Center reports and funky gospel music at 1 p.m.
Especially since we have the
After
whole
you listen
time
to some
change.
more reports,
So I
come listen
decided,
to
like,
Bless the
change
Lord
the line.
here on 22 West Radio
I was
and
thinking of something else. Sorry.
22westmedia.com.
Okay.
Have some fun.
Why? What
Every
happened?
Wednesday.
Oh.
Woo!
I was reading something. I was like,
This is 22 West Radio, KKJZ HD3, and on the internet at 22westradio.com.
And we're back with Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And as always, you can give us a like on Facebook. Facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes is where we post predictions, which we actually have to give some at the end of the episode. Don't forget. And then we also post videos of all 89 of our episodes are up there right now. So you can always follow us on Twitter. The official Beyond the Ropes Twitter account is at RealBTR Radio. 2 R's on BTR Radio. And you can follow us individually at EthanNB95.
At GHW Reporter.
Rob Flores Media.
And on YouTube, just search up Rob Flores or search up Beyond the Ropes, and you'll find 89 episodes as of today uploaded there. This is episode 90, and now James, it's been a long day. James is gonna...
has the latest fun fact about jazz for the episode.
This is a jazz-themed episode.
Of course.
Okay.
To answer your question, Rob, I believe, according to Wikipedia, they still currently have the Dog Pound.
Which is a wrestling school, by the way.
Which is
just in case you missed it.
Yeah, right. They don't actually own a dog.
Yeah, we don't want to. We don't want to confuse anybody.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta give predictions for Clash of Champions. We'll do that in a couple of minutes. I gotta get this uploaded real quick. But let's talk about, you mentioned Stone Cold Steve Austin was gonna be right here, not right here, but he was gonna be on Monday Night Raw.
I was like, oh really?
I wish he was right here.
He's gonna be on the show, and I didn't know he's calling in.
Yeah, he's gonna call in right now after his
he just dropped
MSG on MSG appearance.
He just dropped a stunner on AJ.
One.
Yes, AJ Styles, and because I guess he interrupted the
contract signing.
The contract signing that Austin was there specifically to make sure everything went okay. Apparently, at least for a moment, it didn't, and AJ took a stunner, which is great.
It's awesome. So that was the start of the show, and I believe the main event, as we mentioned, will be the 4 Horsewomen tag team match. So hopefully that should be really good. Now, I guess let's just go over Clash of Champions. I don't know what else we're going to talk about for the rest of the episode. We got about 10 more minutes here, so let's just get into some Clash of Champions. We'll talk about some of the feuds that have been going on. We've been off, obviously, last week, and we only had our first episode 2 weeks ago, so we kind of haven't talked about these storylines as much as we would have liked. So let's just get into it now. The Cruiserweight Championship will be defended by Drew Gulak, who will defend it against Humberto Carrillo and Lince Dorado. This is an interesting triple threat match. This was made a triple threat match last week. So, this is a fairly new contest. I've seen Humberto in maybe a handful of matches on NXT.
You can't say I heard of him.
He recently made his 205 Live debut earlier this year. Lince Dorado is a part of the Lucha House Party, and yeah, that's kind of what he's been up to. And of course, yeah, I mean, he hasn't competed for the title, so this is probably his first opportunity, honestly.
Wait, who is this?
Lince Dorado.
And Kalisto had it.
Kalisto had it, and Grand Metalik's now currently facing Rey Mysterio as we speak, probably.
So,
He hasn't finished. And then Drew Gulak, obviously. We know Drew Gulak is.
Right.
So who do you guys got on this one? Obviously we haven't really kept up with 205 Live, but any estimations?
My guess is Gulak.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gulak. I think it's a safe bet.
Does he have the title maybe once or twice? Like a month?
Had it a couple months. 2 months maybe.
Been a couple months?
Yeah, a couple
I remember
months.
hearing he won it, but...
Yeah, so I think Gulak's gonna keep that title going into the fall. So for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, The New Day, Big E and Xavier Woods will. By the way, before we continue, Big E on Twitter the last few days. It's been such a delight.
I think
he's always been a delight, but
I think he chimed in on that Riddle stuff too, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot what he said, but
possibly. But so normally when it's football season, Seth Rollins likes to tweet, "I love football" or "I hate football" whenever his Chicago Bears, his team loses or wins.
Yeah, I saw that.
Big E was constantly tweeting at him, "I can't wait to see your tweets. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it." And then when he officially posted it, he sent a video of him just laughing.
When the Bears lost on Thursday to the Packers.
Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins were actually in attendance.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, that was Becky Lynch's first game, by the way. Fun little fact there.
Really?
Anyways, New Day versus the Revival SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Who do we have here?
Who was it again?
The Revival, New Day. SmackDown Tag Team
And the New Day have the titles?
The New Day are the current 6-time Tag Team Champions.
Retain.
I could see Baron Corbin probably... Is Baron Corbin with Wait, who's with the revival?
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
They've
That's right.
been kind of a unit.
That's what I think Randy Orton gets involved. Randy Orton doesn't have anything. He's in the title
He's
match.
in the WWE title match. This could be interesting.
There's got to be a screw. Someone's losing the title.
You think so?
Whether it's the tag title, world title, we'll get to the world title stuff in a minute. But someone's losing the title. I think it might be the tag titles here.
I think you're right. I think the revival might have this one.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the last pay-per-view only like the smaller belts got switched hands? None of the major ones got.
Yeah, none of the major ones switched. Well, wrong. The last one was SummerSlam, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. All
Seth
the
won the title.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, he won the title.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you got New Day, and James and I have
Yeah.
Revival. All right,
Mhm.
awesome. Raw Tag Team Championships. The current Universal Champion, Seth Rollins, and his partner Braun Strowman will take on Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, rude.
I've got Roode and Ziggler as well, all the way in on this team.
Robert Roode and Ziggler against who?
Strowman and Rollins, who are the current
Oh.
Raw Tag Team Champions. Remember, they kind
Yeah,
of
right.
Strowman's gonna want the main belt.
Wait. So they're gonna have a tag match, and then they're gonna have.
They're gonna face off.
Okay.
Kind of obvious, but
Yeah, they're
I-
losing the tag titles, and that's gonna set up for.
Ziggler and Roode, as of the last 2 weeks, they've been a team. I don't know if they've
It's
said
kind of
anything
random
today.
though.
It's kind of random, but they're a great team
Okay.
from what little we've seen of
Yeah.
them together. I think they have great chemistry and they're fantastic.
I think they'll lose the tag titles.
It's gonna
and-
be a screwy finish, probably, right?
No, I think that's.
Well, I mean, in terms of maybe
One's gonna turn on one. Yeah, right.
Could be
One's gonna
accidental,
turn on the
something,
other,
yeah.
and then they're gonna settle whatever little difference they have
Yeah, for sure.
in the main event.
Awesome. All right. So everyone agrees. New Raw tag team champions.
Yeah.
Women's tag team championships. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defend against Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, aka Fire and
I
Desire.
think they retain.
I agree as well.
Yeah.
I think Mandy and Sonya
I
are good, but I
I
think
still
Alexa,
don't know where they're going with that. Mandy,
I-
not Mandy.
Alexa and
Alexa-
Nikki,
yeah, I don't
think
know
they're
where they're
just
going
a
with
good
that.
team. I think they're just. I think we kind of past the point of them turning on each other. I think
Think
they're.
so?
They've kind of aligned themselves as a solid team.
Is Bliss being nice to? I don't really follow that storyline.
She's
too much.
nice to Nikki.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
what do you think?
I
Ron?
just never bought into that one because I
it's-
didn't.
They
keep
retain?
it still, yeah.
All right. So they all we all say they retain.
Yeah.
The King of the Ring finals. Who do we have as a prediction? Who's gonna make it to the finals?
Well, not Buddy
King
Murphy.
Ali.
Not Buddy Murphy.
Ali's been eliminated last week.
Oh.
Weren't you listening? Weren't you?
Oh come on.
I thought you said he beat Murphy.
Yeah, that's
he
right.
did,
Well,
and then he lost last week to Elias.
Oh yeah.
So as of right now,
Who's
it's
left?
Elias versus Chad Gable, and we
Yeah,
have
they
Samoa
tripled it.
Joe, Ricochet, and Baron Corbin on. I say Chad Gable beats Elias, and Baron Corbin beats Ricochet
I mean,
and
if
Joe.
you're not gonna put a belt on Joe, I guess you might as well put a crown on Joe.
I've got Gable.
Joe's not gonna wear a crown.
Joe's not wearing a crown.
He's gonna smash it. He's gonna be like one of the other
That's
ones
what
like
Triple
in the
H
past
did,
that
yeah.
did. Yeah.
I kind of think you're onto something with Corbin. I think it might be Corbin.
Okay.
I know you said Gable right
I
now.
said I
but-
switched to Gable, so I think I'm gonna stick with Gable. I've been saying Corbin for a while, but I think they might want to do something with Gable.
Part of me thinks there's something that's coming out of that
But no, I
triple
agree.
threat. I mean, why are you just randomly having a triple threat in the middle of a King of the Ring unless
you don't want, unless you don't want Ricochet or Joe to get pinned.
That's
so
true.
someone pins Corbin.
I mean, that's totally
That's
true.
a total possibility too. I don't know.
But I can also see it where the winner of that triple threat it adds to their journey. It adds to their journey, their road to the crown, where they overcame a triple threat.
Baron Corbin's been sitting on that throne every week, so he's
Yeah.
already kind of solidified.
That he-
Probably not winning,
Yeah,
but
that's
who
kinda
knows?
true.
So has Joe actually. I think like once. So
Hmm.
it could actually be Ricochet and Gable. That'd be a good match. We'll see. It'd be a random match, but it'd be a good match. I'm not gonna lie. I got Gable on this. What do you got, Rob?
I think. Go ahead.
Who?
Who?
Oh, it's because I'm setting up.
Gable, Elias, Corbin, Joe, or Ricochet.
Oh, Joe.
Oh, you got Joe.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right. He said Joe, yeah,
My
he said.
apologies. All right. Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan. Oh, by the way, something we forgot to mention. Eric Rowan turned on Dan and Bryan last week.
A word?
Yeah, he says he's not being controlled by anyone anymore, and he admitted to the attacking of Roman Reigns.
So what happened to the other guy?
They
The twin
completely
thing.
dropped it. I think it's been like it's on the like news sites like it went south that they just completely dropped it. They were like, nah, let's just move away from that. He put Daniel Bryan through the table last week because it looks like a possible face turn for Bryan, possibly.
They move too fast with Rowan. It's too much.
He's been around for a while.
I mean, but every time they try to do something with him, him or Harper would get hurt. Then there's the Bludgeon Brothers, and you think that's going to go well, and then next thing I know, they're no longer there because one of them's hurt, and they're trying to get their contract.
This might be it. I don't know.
Roman Reigns is gonna win.
Yeah, I got Roman. Who you got?
Rowan.
Rowan or
Rowan.
Rowan. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Intercontinental Championship: Shinsuke Nakamura with his ally Sami Zayn versus The Miz.
Oh, Shinsuke.
Shinsuke's winning. Yeah. SmackDown Women's Championship: Bayley versus Charlotte Flair. This one's kind of up in the women's matches are up in there for me.
Right now with the whole Flair thing happened with Ric Flair, I don't know if they're put a belt right now on Charlotte
No, I don't think that much.
with the criticism he's giving. He claims it's negatively affecting her.
I've got Bayley, I guess.
I would go with.
We're almost gonna get started now.
I would go with.
I'm going with Bayley here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bailey because if they are going with
Bayley?
this heel turn or whatever, it's actually gotta.
We got one more minute here. 3 more matches here. Raw Women's Championship: Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks.
Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha.
Yeah, there's gonna be a title change.
It has to be
Sasha.
one of them. I think I have a ton. Yeah.
WWE Championship: Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton.
Retain still.
Kofi, please.
I am worried that this could be the last time we see Kofi as champion. I think this might be it. This might be, depending on how it goes tomorrow. By the way, they're going to be Madison Square Garden tomorrow. 10 years ago, at Madison Square Garden, when Kofi put Randy through the table with the boom drop, that famous moment. So
Yeah.
they might tease something with that tomorrow.
Wow.
I'll go Kofi, I guess.
Yeah.
And finally, Universal Championship: Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman.
Seth and Braun.
This is gonna end in some kind of awkward finish.
I feel like Seth's gonna end up going into this match injured. That's almost pretty.
Maybe it's no contest and Brock Strowman messed
If
everything
anything, the
up.
OC is gonna interfere.
I'll go with
Possibly.
yeah. That's true. I
Or
think they
AJ.
kind of teased
By the
that
way,
today.
No
AJ has
contest.
not had a.
He doesn't have a match
He might,
on the card.
he might face Cedric after the results tonight.
Oh, okay.
So that's just.
Are you reading spoilers again?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's
Just
on,
checking.
shut up on my Twitter.
So
But
you're watching spoilers.
No definitive
AJ
winner.
versus Cedric if that happens for the US
AJ
title.
is gonna win.
I think it would be interesting to pull off an upset to do one
Cedric?
more match.
Yeah, that's
Or-
true.
Yeah, possibly. I got AJ. All right.
Seth's gonna win.
Yeah, I got Seth. All right. That is it for tonight's episode of Beyond the Ropes. Thank you for joining us. Once again, join us on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. And this episode, I forgot how to end the show. This episode has been too sweet.
So
We're out.
We don't want to end it with a jazz fact.
No, we're good. We'll save that for next week's episode, episode 91. Until next time, thank you for joining us. This episode is about to be deleted.